It's Friday night, and you know what that means. Time for another hour edition of Friday night/evening wrestling. Depending on your time zone, it flies by like it's merely 60 minutes, 45 minutes with commercials. I'm John Recton with my review of AEW Rampage. We're on the road to Double or Nothing. My predictions will come up next week, and man, they are slam-packing this goddamn thing. It is jam-packed. Are you jelly yet, folks? This card is going to have a lot of people, almost too many people, but them's the breaks, and they got a lot of people they got to get a pay-per-view payoff for. That being said, it looks to be a pretty loaded goddamn card with some matches that could be potential match of the year candidates. And some stuff that feels like filler, and I still barely know her. But anyway, so we have Excalibur, Taz, and the Grand Wizard himself, Jericho Anderson, on commentary. The wrestling world does not need Jericho Anderson on commentary anymore. He's not worth it as far as that or in the ring. He really just drags down any segment he's involved in. My opinions, I'm sticking to it. So the House of Black took on Evil Uno, Ten, and Fuego del Sol. The match was fine. It was what it was. Look, I'm just not into the House of Black, even though I like the talents. The Dark Order doesn't really mean anything. Del Sol's fine. He seems likable backstage, but he's just there to get beat up. And shockingly, he didn't take the pin here. I really don't know what else to say about this match, except it happened, and we got a Gonzo bomb on Evil Uno. 1, 2, 3. There we go. That was it. The match went twice as long as it needed to, but I guess it served its purpose. And then Death Triangle shows up on stage. There's a tombstone with the sheet over it. Oh, sheet, what the hell is this going to say? It has House of Black, carved into it, and the Double or Nothing poker chip. So, okay, I guess it's just a custom-made tombstone that they had just for that, and then they're just going to break it apart because you really can't put that in a cemetery. I mean, you could for this feud, because this feud has been absolute goddamn shit, in my opinion, despite the talent involved. But whatever. So backstage with the Gun Club and Max Caster, they show footage of Anthony Bowen suffering a knee injury. Hopefully he's going to be all right. He has been plagued with injuries in the past year or so. And I guess they're going to have a scissoring party when he comes back. Nobody tell Billy Gunn what scissoring actually means. FTR is backstage. They accept Rapogni Vice's challenge for the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships, but they say this isn't going to be about comedy. I'm glad that Dax said that. Hopefully it's actually going to be a good match, about 10 minutes with, obviously, please, FTR going over. Nothing against Romero. Trent is just kind of a wash at this point. Speaking of a wash, Shawn Spears took on Big Damo, and he got squashed in a few minutes. Well, that was a great, debut for him. Go back to controlling your narrative there, Big Damo. And that was it, really. That was it. He hit a few power moves, and they got hit with the C4. And the Undisputed Elite yelled at Brandon Cutler, and the Bucks challenged the Hardys at Double or Nothing, and they implied that if O'Reilly faces off against Cole, they're going to do the finger poke of doom. O'Reilly's going to finger his best friend. Haha, gross. So, Red Velvet with Jade and Kiera took on Chris Statlander. Owen Hart quarterfinal match. Red Velvet, when she's not nearly braining herself doing a move, Red Velvet has some hops, and being a heel while strange and out of nowhere could do her some good. Statlander has a great look. Red Velvet was a good heel here. Grinding down on her, targeting, just chopping the bigger woman down. Statlander used her power, hit a nice press slam. Need some woman to throw me around like that, but nevertheless. This did go a little bit longer than it needed to, but that being said, at least they were giving the women a little bit of time. Ruby was on commentary because she's going to face the winner here. We got the final slice for 2, and then a roll-up for 3. Okay, there we go. We got a lot of moves that probably could have been saved for bigger matches, but it is what it had. Yes, I get that they were friends, but it just felt like they were just getting to where they were just doing everything because they weren't going to face each other again for a while, even though there's probably going to be a 6-woman tag at some point. And then Kira and Velvet attack, and then Ruby runs down. Jade runs in with all the grace of an ostrich on ice, and then Anna Jay comes down and steals Sterling's crutch and goes to whacking, but everybody gets out of the goddamn ring. Jade was also wearing heels that were about 5 feet tall. I don't know how she got in the ring with those. So they do a package on Hook and Danhausen versus Nice and Sterling. They are going to wreck Hook, and I don't like it. They're going to wreck Hook. That's the kind of enthusiasm I have for this buy-in match. So we cut to Scorpio, Ethan, and Lambert. Why is this going on? Why are they dragging this whole TNT Championship picture down even further? And I like Scorpio. Ethan can work. I just find him bland. Lambert's character is just what it is. We cut to Sammy and Ty on the screen with a sledgehammer that I'm pretty certain Ty could probably take, by herself and not even flinch. Oh, this is going to go well. And Kazarian is there too, and they hit the TNT Championship badly with a sledgehammer. Why don't you call my name? Just throw TNT Championship in the fucking trash. Just start over. Just scrap it. Stop. Don't do this anymore. And then Toni Storm wants to bust it in Britt's mouth, I believe is what she said. Or she wants to bust her teeth out. That's what she wants to do. Main event promos about pain, pro wrestling, and violence. And Rampage starts early next week at 2:30 p.m. Shivani deserves better than being yelled at by Jade. Jade challenges Anna Jay for the TBS Championship at the pay-per-view. Oh boy, we're putting Jade on her live pay-per-view. This is not going to go well. She is nowhere near ready. She looks like a star. That's it. Regal on commentary. Hager just standing there. Hager has to be the biggest bust that they've signed. There's Brian Cage. He's up there. They've had Hager for longer. Hager's a fucking bust. If they renew his contract, that's a fucking waste of money. Just set fire to a pile of money. Moxley's Wild Thing makes Houston sing for the second show in a row. Moxley and Danielson took on Seidel and Dante, while commentary argues, Regal and Jericho argue, and Hager stands there like the fucking statue he is. The match became a mess of moves. It wasn't the worst thing in the world. Dante is a big star in the making. It's going to take him a couple years. Seidel, he's a great talent. Danielson and Moxley are getting better as a team. We get the double submissions, a paradigm shift, 1, 2, 3. Then Aftermath with, the Jericho Appreciation Society and Moxley and Danielson and everything. And we'll see you this Sunday for the Royal Rumble. That's really all I got to say about Rampage. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Redlander. I'll see you soon.